Ever saw the movie Tree of Might? Ever wondered just how cool the character Turles is? Ever wonder what would happen if he was canon inside Dragon Ball Z? Well, guess what, my Z fans? I have a lot of imagination, and one of them was, what if Turles was Goku's twin brother? He looks completely like Goku. He could even sound like Goku, but he doesn't. But yeah, the fact that he looks just like Goku and it was unexplained that, oh, it's just an evil Saiyan that looks like Goku, I think a better explanation here is, what if he was Goku's twin brother? What if he was a brother that Bardock and Guinea had another child with Goku, but they weren't able to really get to, spend time with him because he was taken away by Frieza? There could be a possibility on that, and that's what is today's what it's going to be about. What is going on, my Z fans? Welcome back to this channel for another what if, and today's what if is going to be, what if Goku and Turles were twin brother? How will this impact Dragon Ball Z, and more importantly, how will this impact the Goku and Turles' life? I could already see if Goku had a twin brother, just how awesome it would have been. Can you imagine their fusion? Whoa, that would actually be one badass fusion right there too, if Goku and Turles were to be twin brothers and stuff like that, and that he was one of the Z fighters. Yeah, it will actually make a very awesome story. And I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to Turles, I always thought that he was a good character which could have been used better, and that I always thought that he might be Goku's twin brother ever since I used to watch Tree of Might. So now it's time to make a what if on that. So my Z fans, what are you guys waiting for? Fasten your seatbelt and let's watch this awesome ride of what if Goku and Turles were a twin brother. On year 737, Planet Vegeta was just like how Planet Vegeta was, but this was one special day because two Saiyans were born, and they were Bardock and Guinea's child. These two Saiyans weren't your ordinary Saiyans. One of them had a very high power level, and the other one had a power level of only 5. But what made these two be really extraordinary is the fact that they were the first Saiyans on that planet that were born twin. And not just any other twin, they were simultaneously twin. They were exactly alike. You couldn't tell who's who. They look completely like one another. The only way you're able to establish between these two is by checking their power level on their radar. Goku was born with a power level of 5, and Turles was born with a power level of over 300. He had a huge power level, but not close to what Vegeta or even Broly had, but the fact that he was up there showed he was impressive. Bardock and Guinea had no idea what to name the child, so they decided to name the weaker child with a power level of only 5, Kakarot, while he decided to name the higher one named Turles. Kakarot and Turles, the first twin Saiyans born on planet Vegeta. But because Turles' power level was really high compared to any other Saiyans, King Vegeta did not like that, and therefore, out of spite, we saw he kicked out Broly and sent him to planet Vampa. But because his power level is weaker than Vegeta, Bardock had to reason with King Vegeta and told him to let Turles be Vegeta's bodyguard and that he could protect the prince if anything goes down. That was the only way he could see of saving his son's life. Otherwise, King Vegeta had other plans to discard of Turles due to the fact that he didn't want anyone to come close to Vegeta's power level. Although Vegeta still is stronger than Turles, it was just his fam. He didn't want to know or didn't want to deal with any Saiyans end up having a stronger power level than his own son. And because of Bardock able to convince King Vegeta with his idea, Guinea and Bardock had to say goodbye to their son, as he was now sent off with Vegeta, Raditz, and even Nappa to serve Frieza. Bardock, on the other hand, has went out to do a mission, and now when he decided to return back from his mission, he saw the planet was surrounded with Frieza's men. Seeing that got Bardock to wonder why is Frieza here, especially on the day when his son was born and all, and that all this drama has happened. It took him some time to comprehend what's going on, but from there, Bardock realized Frieza's here to destroy the entire planet. Seeing that the entire planet is on state, he had no option but to save one life, and that one life was no one other than his own son, Kakarot. Just like in a canon, Bardock and Guinea took Goku and put him in a space pod and sent him away towards planet Earth. While Goku was making his way to Earth, Bardock and Guinea were now left with Frieza there, as Frieza powered up a major blast and he aimed it right towards the planet, and since none of them stood a chance, the entire planet exploded and planet Vegeta has been distinguished, aka completely annihilated. All the Saiyans has died and the planet was left to nothing but rubbles. Where Vegeta and the other Saiyans were, they were all there as Turles was trying to get used to everything, and from there Raditz was his older brother, as he looked towards Turles and said, "Don't worry brother, I'm here to always help you, but you need to get it together. Our mission here is to serve Prince Vegeta." "I know. Well then let's do it." Raditz, what is this annoying kid you brought with us? He's Turles, Vegeta. He's actually my brother, and he's actually born with a high power level. Really? Vegeta began to use his scouter to sense Turles' power level and saw it was even higher than Raditz. Nappa and Vegeta were shocked on seeing that, as they all saw that Turles had a huge power level, and because of that they decided to go and make plans for the future. Zarbon and Dodoria has arrived as they looked towards all the Saiyans and told them that planet Vegeta has been destroyed and that their mission is to serve Frieza. Vegeta knew right there and then that it was Frieza who got his men to destroy that planet. He didn't know that it was Frieza himself. He thought Frieza ordered it, but nevertheless, he wanted Frieza dead. Vegeta then looked towards Raditz, Turles, and Nappa and said, I'm sick and tired of serving this Frieza guy. We need to get ourselves stronger, and once we're older and we're stronger, let's reunite and take down that bastard. I'll be the ruler of this universe, not him. I like the sound of that, Vegeta. You could definitely do that. Wait, so you're saying for us to help you so you could be the ruler of this planet? Would you rather have some lizard be your ruler or a Saiyan? Well, I mean, exactly. So that's our plan. Let's go and do everything we can. Raditz told Turles to shut up and to follow along because he didn't want his brother to die right there. After all, Turles is stronger than Raditz. Raditz thought that Turles could help him to get even stronger too. Vegeta decided to go and have a training session with Turles, Raditz, Nappa, and with that they have all begun training, doing everything they can to maintain their power level at a high peak, so they're able to now go and stop Frieza when the time comes. Vegeta wanted to really open Turles' potential as Turles continued to go and learn more ways from Vegeta and Raditz, but Turles on the other hand had his own agenda. He was only using Vegeta and them because he had his own plans. Although he couldn't really remember much of his parents, he did remember that his father said something how those two were twin and that his twin brother's name was Kakarot. Turles, after getting some training and stuff, few years has passed, but it was time for him to move on without them noticing, as he took a space pod and he quietly left the path. And from there, Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz the next day, when they realized that Turles was gone, they began searching for him since they were sent out to a mission by Frieza to conquer this planet, but they saw Turles left that planet, or he was nowhere to be found. At first they saw that the people that lived there has took Turles, but when they managed to kill everyone and saw no sign of Turles, they saw his spacepod was missing too, and therefore they had no way of tracking him. Turles knew that the scouter they're using is a communicator, so therefore he has broke his scouter. And he had another one which only Frieza was able to hear everything, but he didn't really care because his mission was to go and live his own life and do everything he can on his own. Turles had no idea where to search for Goku, as he saw that his brother is named Kakarot, and he didn't know if his brother has even survived the blast or anything. All he knows is that his brother was his twin brother, and that his name is Kakarot. That's the only information he has. And from there, Turles began to go planet after planet to see where he could find another Saiyan, and that's the reason why he kept his scouter, so he could search all the power level there to see if there's any Saiyans that's available on that planet. And while doing so, he managed to meet some of his men that he has hanging out with, as he had imagination because they heard a myth that if there's a fruit that's been planted on proper soil, it will create such amazing power, and therefore when that tree is produced, it will give you a unlimited Zenkai boost of a fruit, and each time you eat it, your power level will rise tenfold. Hearing that got Turles to have that one mission, that is to do everything he can to get his hand on the Tree of Might, so then when he's able to plant that, he will get himself to be stronger. And while doing so, he also had a plan to search for his lost brother Kakarot, if he even exists. And from there, Turles decided to go check out all the weak power level, or all the weak planets that has low power level, so that could be a good place to plant his tree. But after obtaining the tree, which took him some years to get, he has now begun searching for the right planet, because all the planets that they've been through wasn't good enough for the soil to grow and give them the energy they need to create the Tree of Might. While Turles was busy doing this of his own crusade, Vegeta and everyone has returned right back to Frieza's planet and all, and they were relaxing and stuff, but at the same time, Vegeta looked towards Raditz and said, "Where the hell did your brother go off to, Raditz?" "I really don't know. He was just with us and now he disappeared." "Huh, that bastard couldn't handle it, so he left." "Huh, I thought with us being united with more Saiyans, we had more chance to beat Frieza, but I guess I was wrong." "Well then, what do you want to do, Vegeta?" "I don't know. I'll have to think about it, but whatever we do, we gotta figure out our next move." "But wait, Raditz, didn't you also have another brother who was supposedly the twin of Turles?" "Yeah, his name is Kakarot. Father told me everything about him before he sent him away." "Sent him away? Where'd he send him to?" "He sent him on this planet called Planet Earth." What? So you're telling me that your other brother, who's a twin of Turles on planet Earth? Yeah, I think so though, but maybe father wasn't able to send him or not. Oh, it's a hunch, huh? Well, we can't go off a hunch right now. Alright then, our only plan is to continue to serve Frieza, and once when the time's right, we'll rebelliate and kill him. But we need to get stronger and try to see if we can find that bastard Turles. And we will even check out to see if the source comes true, if we need Kakarot or not. Well then, that's a plan. Little did they knew, Turles was hearing on to the entire conversation. As he took out his communicator, and from there, he looked towards himself and said, "So you do exist, Kakarot. Father managed to save your life, huh? Although Raditz said it's a hunch, you might be on the planet called Planet Earth. How far is that planet from here? I have no idea. But I'll find you, Kakarot. No matter what, that'll be my life mission. I'm gonna find you, my twin brother, and together, we will rule this universe." To find out what happened next, my Z fan, make sure to click the bell as we're gonna end things right here, with Turles now knowing the location of where Kakarot is, and although it's a myth, he's still gonna go check out and see if it's true or not. Will Goku and Turles team up together and rule the universe, or is this all part of Turles' false plan? All this will be answered in the next part. If you haven't already clicked the bell yet, what are you guys waiting for? Click it so you'll be the first to know when the next episode comes out. And please check out my Backstory Hero Z. It is pinned inside the comment section below. Check it out. Trust me, you're gonna really like that series, as it is an ongoing series.